What is parental alienation? It can be very serious. Attorney Joseph Marra will explain how this can affect your case.
The courts frown upon it, and they admonish the people, the parties, very much against it. Unfortunately, though, whether it be a planned, maniacal ripping apart of the other parent or just an angry outburst at the moment when you're trying to control yourself and you say something negative about the other parent, it does happen, and it's unfortunately pretty common. The question is, to what degree does it go? I had a situation where I was an out-of-wedlock father, and very interesting. It's one thing people don't appreciate either. Child support and visitation, totally separate. Some people say, well, she's not letting me see my kid. I'm not going to pay her the support. You can't do that. You got to pay, no matter what. You can't use the money as leverage to see a kid, just the way it is. So this particular woman, very maniacal, she knew how to manipulate the system. Out-of-wedlock child, visitation rights, support. This guy was sending his check every week. She started ripping up the checks. Think about this. This is really, really maniacal. She ripped up the checks. Why? Well, she went to family court. He's not paying me. Why did she do that? Well, then she said, he's not paying me. I'm not getting the money. The child support collection unit started taking the money out of his salary and paying it to mom. Guess what she did once that was set up? She moved. Didn't tell dad where she moved. Changed her cell phone, changed everything. So now he couldn't get access to his child. So he came to me. So what we did is we hired a private investigator and tracked her down. And then we went to court and enforced his visitation rights. But that's how brutal people can be to each other. And quite frankly, who you're being brutal to? You're being brutal to the child. That's just horrible. But that just shows you the extent to which people will go because they develop a hatred toward this person who, they're supposed to be co-parenting the child with. It's very unfortunate. I'll give you an example on the other side. These two people realized that they weren't right for each other and there was no animosity, and they got divorced. And basically they worked in shifts, like one worked the night shift, the other worked day shift. So dad would go to mom's house and take care of the kid when she was working. And she allowed the ex-husband into her house. And I even said to her, I says, this is really good, but I'm just he goes, hey, look, he's a good guy. He's a good father. We're just not right for each other. That's the most mature situation I've ever seen, where they got along well. They did the right thing by their children. The children grew up well adjusted. I mean, that's the model, but that's unfortunately so rare. It's usually somewhere in the middle of the two examples I gave you.
Thank you so much, Joe, for that important information. And thank you, audience, for watching. If you yourself or someone you know may have questions on this topic, please don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call the law offices of Joseph Marra. They are professional, friendly, and really great at looking at the pros and cons of your situation, coming up with a fantastic strategy, and giving you some options. We look forward to hearing from you soon.